Hey Scorpio, this is Lee from ephemeris Cartomancy, and today we are going to do your weekly love cartoscope for the 4th week of April. So let's see helpful information, guidance and support regarding Scorpio's love life and emotional body for the 4th week of April, please, and no jumpers. Helpful information, guidance and support for Scorpio's love life and emotional body for the 4th week of April. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if we are in frame. We are in frame, right? Right. Okay. Scorpio. Of course, some of you might be Libra, Scorpio, Caspers because I'm getting some Libra energy here. I'm getting actually some strong Gemini and Aquarius energy. And possibly some Taurus. Yeah, I'm getting Taurus a lot. Sorry, of course I would cough. Part of my charm. So, Scorpio, it seems to me like you are focusing during the 4th week of April, you are focusing on what you can make abundant in your life, on what you can make work in your life. We may be talking here about someone who is single and is trying to get some serious relationship going. You're trying to meet someone, you're trying to get closer to someone, you're trying to make some sort of situationship evolve into an actual relationship. You are in a very giving state. Emotionally speaking, you are in a very generous, abundant sort of vibe. You are feeling intensely someone. It could be someone you're dating, someone you have a crush on, or you're really, really into your partner. We are talking about very hot energy here. But hot with feeling, which is pretty much what I would describe you in short. Hot with feeling. If you are dealing with a Taurus, I am guessing there's a huge lot of chemistry there because these things kind of tend to happen. Taurus and Scorpio, since they are opposite of each other on the wheel, tend to have kind of burning hot chemistry. They kind of tend to love each other and hate each other with a passion in different moments. So, if you are dealing with a Taurus, and I'm feeling the vibe of it pretty clearly. It's kind of an uphill battle to make the relationship work as a partnership, because you tend to kind of butt heads in a way. But that's part of the charm, right? Of the connection, oftentimes. I'm sensing a very atypical sort of connection here. It could be, sorry, it could be someone who you wouldn't normally, for instance, date, someone who isn't necessarily your type per se, or you might not be their type. Of course, energy can always be vice versa. The point is that here you are trying to find the balance, you are trying to find the dosage of chemistry, of level-headedness, of emotional giving, emotional abundance, and making ends meet, perhaps financially as well. Because I am getting the vibe of trying to find a solution to make something work financially. If you are married, you could be dealing with a divorce, or you could be having financial issues within the couple, and you're really trying to make them work. There are most likely children involved as well in the divorce marriage sort of scenario. If you are in the middle of a divorce, I am seeing you finding some sort of a solution to make things work for you. You are going to remain single, but I'm seeing some sort of settlement being reached, some sort of agreement being reached in favor of the one who has custody of the kids, at least initially. There may or may not be a custody battle in the future. It's very likely actually to be a custody battle in the future. If you are in that situation, but take things one at a time, because I'm seeing things working out in your favor, very much so. If you are in that sort of legal situation, there is a sense here of lack of funds, lack of perhaps a diminished income, perhaps one of the partners has gotten fired, or both partners have gotten fired in the relationship. There is a sense of struggling to make ends meet, for sure. But then again, Scorpio, unfortunately, this is a sign of the times, right? We are in that kind of moment, financially and economy-wise, all over the world. So don't despair, because I do see hope coming in. I do see solutions coming in for you sometime in the future. And you shouldn't allow that sense of penury to sink in too deeply into your consciousness, because you have a great energy of abundance kind of simmering just beneath the surface here. If we are talking about really working, really trying, really making an effort to make a relationship work, someone you're dating or someone you are committed to, or for instance perhaps even married to, if things have been kind of rocky, I do see a great basis for you to make things work, and I'm seeing you making things work actually, because there is a lot of passion, there is a lot of feeling as well, there is a lot of abundance, so you have a lot to work with. Yes, you are in a state of somewhat despondency, somewhat unsure. You are taking things slow and you're trying to pace yourself. You're trying not to allow your thoughts or your feelings to kind of get the best of you, which is a great strategy, I am called to say. So do keep going. in the same vein, because you are going to make progress. Easy does it is what I'm hearing. Easy does it. Okay. Let's get some more cards here and see what sort of themes we have coming up for you, Scorpio. Yeah. So some of you are clearly moving on from a failed, or well, maybe failed is a harsh term, right? A relationship which has ended. Let's just call it that, right? You are moving on. For some of you, it might have become an abusive relationship, because that escape vibe is giving me that sense of urgency. So for those of you where the divorce, I'm tempted to say heavily relied on. The fact that there was some sort of abuse, verbal abuse, God forbid, physical abuse. I am seeing you moving forward for sure. I am seeing you making progress. I am seeing you leaving the past behind pretty much. Let's get some more clarifiers here for you. Yes, you are going to make great progress. I am seeing you moving along pretty nicely. I'm seeing you making progress when it comes to getting away, getting ahead, I'm hearing. For some of you, this has been a heavy cross to bear. You are kind of indecisive. You are kind of confused. You are kind of perhaps overwhelmed with things as they are moving forward. But I'm seeing you looking towards the future. I'm seeing you ready and able to get over whatever has been going on. So this will not be the end of you, that's for sure, okay? As you can see, there has been some sort of unfortunate, potentially shocking sort of evolution to things. It might have come as a shock, some sort of a breakup, some sort of a separation, some sort of a divorce. The reason behind it might have come as a shock. Some of the events as they unfolded, they came as a shock. For those of you in the separation and divorce scenario, I am getting a strong vibe of a shock here. But you are going to regain a sense of stability. Yes, you will be thinking about the past. Yes, there will be a term of getting reacquainted with life as a single person, but I am seeing you making great strides when it comes to getting back on your feet and gaining your balance, gaining your equilibrium. And I'm also hearing justice will be done. So if you've been wronged, if you've been deceived, if you've been misled, betrayed in some sort of significant way, I am seeing kind of justice being served, I'm hearing. And we have a 6-6 here, 9-9, 2-2, and a 28 breaking down to a 10. So the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new moment in time. We actually have 6-6-6. So there is great change coming for you. There is great change coming for you. For some of you, things have been pretty sucky. I'm getting a strong vibe of that, to be honest. But you are moving forward. You are going to overcome. You are going to heal. You are going to find a way forward. Again, a 9. You should release, and you are going to release. I'm getting a strong sense of that. Allow yourself to release the pain, the hurt, the suffering. Allow yourself to process what you're feeling. Allow yourself to express it, externalize it in some capacity. If you want to keep your children safe, for instance, and sort of away from your emotional upheaval, which I totally understand, find some sort of an environment, some sort of a way to release that, to express that, because you are going to make a great stride forward if you manage to let go of the situation. Make peace with what has happened. Make peace with what is going to happen. Take faith in the fact that you are going to see justice. You are going to receive justice. You are going to see justice done. I'm getting a very strong vibe of that, okay? And as you can see, you are going to make another 6. There's a lot of stuff going on for you around 6. So we could be talking about the month of June, because it's heavily, heavily, heavily present. You are going to rebuild your stability. You are going to put things back into order. Yes, things have gone pretty much awry. Yes, there has been emotional upheaval. I'm getting a strong sense of that. But you are going to overcome it. You are going to celebrate a new normal. You are going to experience and celebrate and establish a new normal for yourself, for your children as well, if you have kids involved in the process. And you have a strong presence of matriarchy. You may have kind of feminine energy, which does not necessarily mean gender specific female, right? But it can mean gender specific female relatives helping you out, mothers, aunts, best friends, for instance. You have a strong presence of strong divine feminine presence here. And as you can see, the message, open yourself to true abundance. You are going to have that sense of stability, emotional security, and there's a strong sense of providing here for children as well, which kind of reconfirms to me that for those of you who are in a divorce situation, there are children involved and you're very concerned about them. If you are moving, I am seeing you actually having the move done by winter time. So you are going to be relocated. Things are going to be complete by winter, by the winter holidays, by Christmas actually, to be more specific. It may not be winter for you. But if you've been worried about that, if you've been kind of stressed out about having to move, and if you've been kind of fretting over will you or won't you be able to make it work, will you or won't you find a new home, I am seeing you spending Christmas in a new home. Let's get some final advice for you here, Scorpio. I was sure you would get the snake card. So In this deck, the snake card is Kundalini rising. So you are very likely a divine feminine energy. I have been getting that vibe throughout the reading, actually. Channel your creative passion and sensuality. Welcome the transformation. And welcome to transformation was what I was tempted to say, because there's a lot about your life that is going to change. There's a lot of shifting. There's a lot of transforming energy. If you are in the situation of trying to build a new foundation with someone, if you're trying to consolidate a foundation with someone, I am seeing you gaining that balance. I am seeing you finding your way towards that state of security. If you give it to God, as the saying goes, right? If you trust your higher power and you trust your divine feminine energy, again, I'm getting a very, very strong divine feminine energy in this reading. You are going to get your resources together. You are going to build a steady foundation, a very steady foundation, a solid foundation, an abundant foundation. Because you are very likely awakening spiritually, you are going through a Kundalini awakening and rising, which tends to mean that you have a divine partner. You are connected to a divine partner. Even if you don't identify as a divine feminine energy, you are in the strong presence of a divine feminine energy. So either way, there's a strong spiritual connection coming through here for you. If you feel that kind of vibe with your partner right now, then yes, it is going to grow, it is going to flourish, it is going to bring you spiritually together, because there's a huge load of chemistry I'm feeling. And it is because, of course, you have a very sensual spiritual connection as well. For those of you where this is an ending, where this is a divorce, a separation, you are going to find a very solid foundation afterwards. Trust the fact that you are going to make your way towards abundance. Don't see this as a failure, as a personal failure. The relationship which ends is just a step along your way. It's just a stepping stone. I know it's gonna be hard to process it. It's gonna be hard to accept it as such. But you are a survivor by nature, and you are a fighter by nature. Regardless of your gender, regardless of your circumstances, you are a true survivor by nature. So this too shall pass, and it won't put you down. It won't keep you down. Even if you do fall, you are going to get back on your feet, dust yourself, and just keep going. You are headed for great abundance and a great reward for everything which was done wrongly against you, for every wrongdoing, for every kind of injustice which you've suffered. You are now going to gain a rich karmic reward. There's a strong sense of that. So you are going to be rewarded for a lot of the good you've done along the way, for a lot of the fair you've been along the way, for a lot of the abundant, giving, emotionally abundant way you've lived your life. You are now going to collect on all of that positive karma. If your circumstances right now are unpleasant, if your circumstances right now are painful, then just trust the fact that this was a step which needed to be made, which needed to be taken in order for you to reach true abundance. I know it's gonna be tough. Just trust the process. Trust the process. And I know you are going to hear the truth in the fact that you are headed for great abundance, which you deserve. You deserve this abundance. You've earned this abundance. This is not the universe kind of giving you some sort of a bonus. This is something you truly deserve. You've truly gained it. You've truly earned it. Okay? And it is coming your way. It is coming your way. So that being said, Scorpio, if you've enjoyed the reading, if you vibe with me, then please do hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with my weekly readings, with whatever other kind of reading I may be doing in the future for your sign, other signs as well. Thank you for being part of my soul tribe. I'm sending you much, 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 much love and light, and we'll be seeing you again next week. Okay? Bye.